Hi, I'm Dodo60 and this is my second or third maybe house build video. I'm not quite sure what order I'm going to upload them. I have filmed a couple now and I realised I'd done 3 like single person homes, 1 bed, 1 bath, and I thought it's about time I did a family home. So I seem to be incapable of doing a large build pretty much, because as you can see I gave myself like quite a big space. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do a nice, comfortable family home. It's going to be wonderful. And then I sort of realised that the actual space I'd given myself on the inside was mini, especially as I did want to have like 2 bedrooms. I wanted a parents' room and a kiddie room, for sure. So I'm kind of just trying to get the look of it. I've set it in the desert world, which I've forgotten the name of. Sunset Valley? No, that's the other one. It's in the desert one. And so I really wanted to use like quite a lot of like the natural colours from like the stone and stuff around it. I wanted it to have this like really kind of ranch style feel. Now, I've grown up my life in London. I've grown up in London, so ranching isn't really something that I'm naturally familiar with. So if you see all sorts of issues with the ranch style of this home, I do apologise. But for me it looks kind of ranchy, at least from the outside, and I tried to make it feel really kind of comfortable on the inside as well. I'm really pleased with how especially the outside of this came out, and the whole downstairs and the kitchen area. Again, it seems to be like a bit of a theme for me, as I tend to be really happy with the kitchen areas. I wonder why. Maybe I just like kitchens. So I decided I wanted to have like a double door space there. So you come in the main door and then there's like a second sliding door, because I figured in the desert it's going to be super hot, right? So you want like to keep the heat outside. You don't want whoever opens the door to let all the aircon out, although I didn't actually put any aircon units or anything on it. Bit too old school. So I wanted to give her this really cute little door. I really like that door and I haven't had a chance to use it yet. So there's this little kind of entranceway which is just to keep the heat out. Yeah. But you'll see I actually put a back door in a minute, which doesn't have any kind of protective layer, so that would just let all the heat straight back in. I had quite a lot of trouble with those columns. I didn't really want to look nice, so I put them in like a few times. I'm really pleased with that front porch and how that all came out. It looked exactly how I wanted it. So yeah, so here's the back door going in, and you'll see it's, yeah, no kind of protection there, just open to the elements. As soon as somebody wants to take a wander around outside, they're letting all the heat straight in. On the other hand, that is where the kitchen ends up going, so maybe they just open that door to release the kitchen heat. So I struggled quite a lot with the layout because it's absolutely diddy, this space. It's really teeny. So I was struggling a lot with how to fit 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a kitchen, a sitting room, all the rooms I wanted. I didn't want any of these rooms like locked off like that. And I did want the parents to have that balcony area through their room. It's kind of like a private area. It does end up being more of a family zone. I mean, the whole house is a family zone. It's only diddy. You can see it's absolutely minuscule. I'm just trying to get the kitchen, bathroom, get all the colours sorted. So the main big room is going to be the kitchen / dining room. Then that smaller room that you can see is the sitting room, with that little teeny room in the corner. That is the bathroom, obviously. That's a downstairs bathroom. There is a proper one upstairs that's still absolutely tiny. I did the toilet and everything. I'll point them out as we go through, but some of the things, because it's so small, they actually didn't work. I did put a sim on this lot after I finished recording to check that everything worked. Not everything worked, so I had to move a couple of things a little bit, but it ended up okay. And the version that I've uploaded onto the gallery, that is correct. Everything works on the version I've uploaded. So I did want it to look really welcoming, and I thought about doing those 2 sticky out ones, but then I just thought it looked a bit like horns or something, devil horns, as you're trying to enter this house, which isn't very welcoming. It's meant to be a very welcoming kind of, the sort of place that always smells like cookies, and you can just show up any time and be like, oh, hi, Mr. and Mrs. J or A or whatever their names are. Is it okay if I stay for dinner? And they're like, yeah, of course it is, darling, don't you worry about it. So yeah, so the sink in this room was actually, that sink was blocking the toilet the way I leave it, but I do move it in the version I upload. So I want it to be like a little bit cluttered. This is meant to be a family home. It's meant to be a house that has like a kid in it. That's why I did the kid's bedroom and everything. So there's quite a lot of kid-based clutter, I think is the word I'm going to go with. Junk is a harsher word that you could use. Quite a lot of kid-based clutter around the house. I'm really pleased with the kitchen. The kitchen just ended up looking so cute. I love that big old sink and those little posters. Mummy, look, I did a picture at school today. Oh, lovely, darling. I'm just going to stick it next to the cooker and hope it doesn't get spat on. Oh, but Mummy is an alien. I don't know, I just thought it looked really good. That little crack as well, just going into the bathroom, because I thought, like, this house has not been, like, 100% looked after. Which is fine, it's not meant to, it's a home. It's not some, like, show house. Yeah, I think it's okay. Then I'm putting these little cute tiny curtains that are really sweet and I really like them. Let's put some curtains in the front as well. I really wish that curtains were an interactable object on Sims. That you could like get your Sims to go around and close them. That would just be awesome. So I put a calendar, you might have missed that because it was really fast. This was actually a super long video, it's like 2 hours long. So I sped it up quite a lot to make it not insanely long. So I put like a chalkboard up in the kitchen where they can practice their stuff. I put like a calendar up on that wooden partition thing as well. I'm just putting up some shelves in here. There's quite a lot of kiddie stuff all over the place. There's like these little knickknacks. This is just like exactly like my front hallway. They're full of stuff and just people just shove something there and then ignore it forever. Yeah. I really like that. I think probably, I do worry that a bit of a theme in my videos is going to be those shoe racks, because I do love those shoe racks. I think they're really cute, and they're just such a good way to take up space. Right, so where the dining table is, where the dining table is not actually a very good location for it. My theory was when they need the dining table, they'll pull it out into the middle of the room, move the chairs around, drag any extra chairs through that they need, and basically shove as many chairs as they need to fit around that table for whoever's coming round. I agree it looks a bit stupid where it is, but it just looked even stupider in the middle of the room. So I figure they'll just pull it out as and when they need it. Trying to find pictures or like little items for the walls was really hard as well, because it's not meant to be super cluttered, this house, but it is meant to feel homey. Yeah, I kind of struggled. I think I probably ended up leaving it blank. I swear about an hour of this video is just me trying to decorate this room. I struggled quite a lot. I realised I didn't have a bin, so I went and put that in. So I thought about putting in that dresser. I couldn't find anything else, so I put in the dresser. Little plate on top. It looks like it's had like the kids gone on a party and painted the plate. I love doing those. Those are my favourite parties when I was at school. If only people nowadays had such fun parties. Yes, I just want it again to look like a lived-in home, but it's not meant to be super cluttered. I did do a build that I've called Cluttered Cottage. I'm not sure if I'm going to be putting it up before or after this one, and that is just so full of stuff. Like every room is just rammed. I think I say in the audio that it's designed a bit to be like a grandparent's home, so like they've had long lives to collect lots of little trinkets and everything that they have decided to stash in their home. See, I put that little end table in and I really wanted it there, but then I realised it's a home with kids in it, right? Like a child's just going to run straight into that table and like give themselves concussion, so be kid safe, guys. Put padding around all the ends and everything. I put a massive clock in the kitchen because obviously the most important thing in the morning when you're running late for school is being able to tell the time. Gotta be practical, guys. Gotta be practical. And again, I just wanted to put a couple more like lived-in items in here. So I think I went with the baseball bat there and like a couple little pictures on the way up to the upstairs. This little collection of pictures that was really cute. I thought about putting something else there, but I didn't want it to look too cluttered. I want it to look, again, just look lived in. Right, so this is the teeny bathroom. Because of the kids room, I did want there to be a bath so that you can like bathe toddlers and everything. So I did end up going for this bath shower hybrid that came with the kids stuff pack. No, that came with the Parenthood. It's not an expansion, game pack I think it was. Yeah, I really like it. It's a really cute little item, and I don't use it that often because it's too cute really for lots of my more stylish builds. But this house was perfect for it. So yeah, in the kids room, when I tested it, you couldn't actually access the bed because that doctor set is a little bit in the way, but I have gone in and just moved it a bit, so it's now not in the way. I'm not sure if it's actually playable. I didn't put a child on the lot. Maybe I should have done that. Might have to delete it or move it somewhere else. Little trophy case, little pictures. I'm quite pleased with the kids room. Didn't spend ages on it. The parents room I probably could have done more on. Yeah, I probably could have done a bit more in here. I left it very plain and simple. It's just the bed, the cupboard and the mirror, and then I think I put like one picture on the wall. I maybe could have put a few more pictures on the wall, but what I really wanted in this house, which you obviously can't get, is pictures of the Sims who live in it. I think if you download this house and play in it, please get your Sims to take lots and lots of photos and just plaster them up all over the wall, because these walls need photos of Sims. I did spend a while when I was downstairs trying to find paintings that looked like pictures and couldn't really find any that I like the look of. So it really needs it. If you do download and play with this house, please do that, because it needs some like family specific stuff that you obviously can't place in a generic build. Because again, I didn't have a Sim on the lot when I was doing it. I didn't design this for a specific family that I'm playing at the moment. So maybe that would be fun as well, but then I feel like I'd have to do the full playthrough. So I wanted to put some little plants up there just to give it a little bit of shade. Not tons, because we are in the desert and I'm not sure quite how they get water. Yeah. So I've got a bin in outside, got a mailbox, and again I was kind of looking at this huge patch of land to landscape and I was like, oh god, I really don't want to landscape all that. So I gave myself a tiny little yard and stuck a pool in it so I didn't have to do any landscaping. Because I don't really like landscaping. I find it a bit of a chore, to be honest. And I only tend to do it in the houses of my Sims that are really rich. So now I'm just dotting around lots of little toys everywhere. And now we're into the screenshots. So you probably didn't really see because it was sped up so much, but there's lots of little toys just dotted all over the place outside where they've just been discarded whilst playing. I'm still really pleased with that front porch, like the double door effect. I think it looks really cool. A couple of towels outside, they've just been left there. Someone hasn't quite got around to picking them up yet. A nice pool where you can look over. There's some beautiful views. You'll see in the screenshots from the upstairs balcony, some absolutely gorgeous views of town. So this is the front door and you can kind of see through to the main room, which I really love. I think it looks really cute. And this is the dining room slash hallway, I guess. Yeah, so you can see. I think it looks really cute. And this is the dining room slash hallway, I guess. Yeah, so you can see you could pull that table out quite easily. This is the little nook where everyone like shoves their shoes and their junk and everything. I'm really pleased with it. I think it looks just adorable. And then it's the view into the kitchen area. So that's the breakfast table where they'll actually eat on a day-to-day basis. The dining table only gets pulled out for special occasions. In the kitchen, again, I'm so pleased with how the kitchen came out. It looks really kind of cluttered, lived in, like a proper family. Has got all their little bits and bobs just lying around. This is the only real view I could get at the downstairs bathroom because it's so small. I think it's nice. And then this is the view of the sitting room, that lovely light. It just looks really charming, I think. And again, the view backwards, showing the bookcase, sofa, TV, the music box under the TV. There's a set of stairs going up to the upper floor. The little landing. There's not much on the landing. You could probably expand that a bit if you wanted. Put stuff in there. A few little bits and bobs. But again, it was starting to feel too cluttered, the house, and I didn't want to add too much stuff. So I did try and keep it relatively simple. This is the view of the bathroom. You can't really see much again because it's so small. You can kind of see it better in the floor plans at the end. You can see it's just absolutely diddy. Very little room. Not much to play with. And then the view into the little kids' room. I really like that chair. I think it's super fun. I've put it in quite a lot of my kids' rooms when I'm playing. And then the bed with his little trophies. He's an overachiever. His school books because he's a good studier. And then this is when I took the screenshot, I realised how plain the parents' room is. But, oh well. I like that end. That end looks really cute. Put a bit more effort in down there, didn't I? Oh well. And then check out those views from this upper balcony. Isn't that just gorgeous? With that little sunroof up top, just to give a bit of shade. And I put a bar up there, so like you can be making some drinks, hanging with your friends. And again, look at that view. Just absolutely stunning. And then I think we are into the floor plans. That's the ground floor. You can see how it all lays out. You can see how absolutely tiny that toilet room is. And then we are into the upper floor. You can see how the bathroom lays out. Again, it's only a 2x3 room. It's so small. But thanks so much for watching.